everyone, it's me squeal, and today I'm going to be doing another video with you guys. So if you've been watching my channel for like the past maybe a week or two so ago, you'll know that I've been dealing with quite a lot of, well, I'm going to say drama, but harassment really. And I'm going to be quite open with you guys today. The past month or two has just been really hard for me, like between like stuff at uni and family drama, and then I think that Kevin England stuff on top of that, and then I watched a video online, like, you know those pick a card videos, and it was meant to be like a good luck reading, so I watched it, and it was more like a miserable, don't even bother what you're doing, just give up kind of reading. And it was basically like along those lines, like what she said, and it kind of put me in a bad place, like mentally. I haven't actually spoke about my mental health online before, just because it is such a delicate and sensitive issue. But when I was younger, I did have a lot of problems with my mental health, especially at school. I got really badly bullied at school, and I went into a deep depression, and that caused me to think of like dark thoughts and stuff. And I'm not going to go fully into it now, because this isn't like a mental health video obviously, but I was in a dark place like just recently, and I could feel like all the depression and stuff coming back, because it just felt like my world was like collapsing all around me, and I was just really struggling, and I didn't really know what to do. All that stuff just, but I think that reading was just like the final like fuse, if you get what I mean. So it's been really hard for me like the past month or two, guys, and I'd like to thank some of my followers who came forward and like messaged me to see if I was alright, and were talking to me, and you guys did help me to feel a lot better, and you have had helped me to get through this rough patch. I think I'm over the worst of it now, but I don't want to jinx myself, so we'll see. But I'm feeling a lot better now, so thank you guys for your support. I'm doing okay. I'm a lot better now than what I was a month ago, let's just say that. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys, especially since that Kevin England stuff, that like really put me in a bad place for a while, and I actually lost a few followers because of him and his lies, and people chose to believe him over me, and it took a while for my channel to recover now. But I can safely say that my channel's recovered, although no jinxies. But I think it's going to take me mentally like a few weeks to recover from that. So yeah, I'd like to like thank all my followers that were supportive to me during this tough time. So that's all that I'm going to go on about that subject. Today, I'm going to just tell you what this video is going to be about. Today, this video is going to be the first episode to the sequel of my Andromeda series. If you haven't seen my Andromeda series, then I recommend you watch all of them to get the story of what I've done so far, but I'm going to save it all on the same playlist, so you can just watch the first episode in that playlist and then watch them all the way through until this episode. But I'm going to do more of the Andromeda series, so if you do like this story today, then there's going to be at least 3 or 4 more. If you didn't, then I do have other different styles of content on this channel that maybe will fit your kind of style of videos, what you want to watch. Also, it's not going to be like forever. I do have like other plans for this channel. Like, I still am planning to do like the quiz series and like animal related videos, but for now I'm going to do my Andromeda series. So I'm just going to get on with it now. I hope you enjoy this story, because it did take me like an hour to write. So I hope you can like appreciate this story like as much as I did. So this is called Estria, the sequel to Andromeda. Estria watched as the jeeps flew above her. She knew she had to leave right now or the men would catch her, and she didn't fancy her chances if they did. She started to run down the street with all the pieces of rope with the goats attached in hand. She sprinted as fast as she could back to the car park. When she reached the car park, she looked round to see if she had been followed. She had a good look around and the coast was clear. She took the goats with her into the car park. She looked at the goats and they looked a little out of breath. Looked as if they needed a good pamper. "Don't worry, my pretty," she said. "I will take you to a better place where you will be looked after and taken care of." She walked with the goats to the elevator. Thankfully, the car park wasn't too busy today. The people in the car park would have all been staring at her, wondering why this strange young woman just dragged 3 goats into an elevator in the middle of a high-storey car park. Estria didn't really care for what others thought, however. She preferred to be excluded from people who thought or behaved negatively towards her and preferred to focus on herself. This unfortunately meant that she did not have a lot of friends, as she was the kind of person that other people tended to feel or act negatively towards. When the elevator reached the right floor, she walked the goats out of the lift and towards her car. Now here was the next challenge. How was Estria going to safely get all 3 goats inside her car? She rattled through her brain for a solution. She noticed a pole with a sign attached. 2 parking spaces from where her car was parked. She walked the goats to the sign and tied them to the pole, while she opened the boot of her car and took the top cover and lowered down the back seats. She then put the boot cover to the front of the car and at the passenger seat. She then went back to the pole where the goats were tied and untied the rope of the largest goat. She then walked him to the car and sat inside the boot and began to tap on the floor of the boot and said, "Come on, jump up." He must have been a very smart goat indeed, cause he immediately jumped into the boot. She did the same for the other two goats. The smallest goat needed a little help to get in though. Once all the goats were safely inside, she took off their muzzles and ropes and placed them in a corner of the boot. Shortly after, the goats all started to fall asleep. She headed to the front of the car and jumped into the driver's seat. She started the engine and the car started to hover in the air. She reversed out of the space and hit accelerate and flew out of the car park and high into the sky and flew all the way home. She knew that she had a lot of work on her hands if she was gonna provide a safe home for the goats. The greenhouse equipment that she needed and was the reason why she came into the city in the first place was going to have to wait till another day. After that day, Estria spent days looking after the goats and making sure they had the perfect home. She trimmed all their hooves and helped tend and healed up all their wounds. She also built them a big massive pen that they could run around in, and she built a shelter that they could sleep in at night and hide in during the rain or bad weather. Now the goats were happy and safe and in an environment that they love, with an owner who cared about them. Fast forward to the present day, Estria was finished feeding the goats and was happy to see how much their conditions had improved and how happy they had become. Estria herself was a tall and slim, but also a little on the curvy side at the same time. She had tanned skin and light brown hair, and she had golden blonde highlight which had occurred naturally of the sunlight, and her hair was naturally very curly with all the work that she had done outdoors. She had golden brown eyes and had a dark olive skin tone. She would often wear long to open knee-high dresses, and when she was working outside she would often wear big heavy black steel toe-cap boots to protect her feet. But when she wasn't working outside she would often wear dolly shoes or sandals. Very rarely would she wear high heels or trousers. Today Estria was wearing a long pink loose dress that reached to the ground, that loosely flowed from head to toe. The dress had long sleeves which covered her arms, hair down, and her hair was very long and flowed loosely down past her waist. So that is the story for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, then please like this video, please comment down below, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and also don't forget to follow me on Twitter. The link for my Twitter is in the description down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is it from me today, guys, and goodbye.